Hi, my name is Zoe and I'm an artist. I do makeup. This is a makeup video where I talk about my goals for the year 2025. I initially started this video with my 2024 accomplishments, and I've had to make this a part 2. So if you want context for this video, then go back and watch part 1. So this is the part 2. I've already done my base and showed you guys my products. I'm using mostly ColourPop. I'm using like 4 different palettes back and forth and like doing a slow build. This isn't necessarily a makeup tutorial, but more so like a get ready with me style video. And you know, I'll post some clips here and there like on TikTok and YouTube. So if you have found this video from those clips hoping for a makeup tutorial, I'm sorry to disappoint you. But let's get into my creative and art goals for the year 2025. So I've done all this building up. I want to do more makeup looks and tutorial. This is a makeup look. I have many makeup tutorials for you guys. Many, okay? I want to learn how to digitize my sewing patterns and how to design new ones in the digital space. So in case you guys don't know, I took a single fashion design class in high school. And I was very fortunate to get in this class because I went to 3 different high schools, and it's the only high school that had that program. And that's a long story of how I got into that. But I took a fashion design class in high school, and it was called fashion construction. And when I took this class in high school called fashion construction, it was like our sewing teacher, she just taught us how to read sewing patterns and use them. She didn't really allow us the creative freedom and control that I was looking for in learning actual design skills. All the design skills I've learned since this class, and that's the only class I've ever taken, officially, as far as like an in-person, semester type thing that you get a grade on or whatever. Since that's the only class that I've taken, everything else has been self-taught through various books, various YouTube videos, and just trial and error and experiments. So when I was taking this class, she taught us she didn't teach us how to do pattern design. I had to go to a fabric store and buy muslin and, rely on the knowledge that I had from this one class and teach myself pattern design from scratch by hand and muslin and fabric paper. But I preferred muslin because it just lasts longer and isn't gonna tear apart as easily. So I never fully learned programs like CAD or Adobe Illustrator or anything like that. I don't know how to make a tech pack or whatever. Like I feel ill-equipped in the information that I actually wanted. Did I learn how to sew? Yes. But did I learn how to design? No. We were actually punished for any type of design effort. So if anybody wanted, so we had an assignment that was like how to make a hoodie. And I was like, this hood sucks. Can I make it bigger? And she said, no, you have to make it according to the pattern. So we made these hoodies and they sucked. The fabric was faded, awful, and hard. And all our hoods didn't even cover our ear. They came like right here. But because of my experience with that class, I took it upon myself to learn how to do pattern drafting from scratch because I didn't have access to the computer programs and all that. And I didn't know what I didn't know. But now I have a better idea thanks to creators on YouTube. So I want to learn how to digitize some of the sewing patterns that I've made over the years so that I can still have access to it for myself, but also for future generations. And I also am thinking about maybe creating a separate YouTube channel because there's just too much going on with this one. Maybe creating a separate YouTube channel where I take you guys with me and document that journey in terms of how to how to create digital sewing patterns and how to turn some of my designs into those patterns and make them available to the masses, because most sewing patterns are pretty boring and basic. And if you don't have basic pattern drafting skills, and if you don't have the eye for design, and all of your sewing experience is just buying a sewing pattern, following the instructions, and going from there, then your wardrobe is going to be pretty basic and boring, and it's not going to look unique. It's just going to look very run-of-the-mill stuff that you can buy from the store. And I don't like that. I'm sorry for anybody who does, but I don't like that. I want to have more creative freedom and creative control, so that's why I want to learn how to do like digital sewing patterns and make those available for the masses, because I feel like I still have a passion for fashion design, but I don't want to do it in a creative sense. I don't want to do it in a traditional sense of like go and work for some fashion company and design basic stuff for general population. And I don't want to do it in the sense of I'm going to stay at home and sew all day, everything for everybody. And I don't want to design things, send them to a manufacturing company, do all the back and forth, order a bunch of stuff and try to sell it, because I just feel like there's a lot of waste in doing things that way, and I would rather not. So I feel like a way for me to design things and be more sustainable and not have to make them and not have to have them manufactured is to digitize sewing patterns based on my own creative designs and interests, and then I would just sell you guys the pattern, and you could do it yourself, or you could take it to the seamstress and they can do it for you. And I also am designing fabric. Like I do surface pattern design. Like I use my digital art to make patterns. I'm gonna like put some examples here of some stuff I've done. And I sell that work on sites like Spoonflower and Redbubble, which are, print on demand sites. So I would like to use more of that in my pattern design skills, and just make that into a whole journey, because I'm just sick of everything being basic and boring and low quality. I can't do it. I'm at the point where if I want a new outfit, I'm about to go look at fabric and go to the fabric store and go to the literal drawing board and create a mood board and just do it myself. I'm not even like excited to go to a store and go shopping. Like that's not an exciting thing for me. I'm just gonna get annoyed and want to go and create things myself. That is just my thing, and how my brain works. I want to take more online courses on places like Skillshare, Udemy, Domestika, like that, by like skilled professionals in terms of digital art, fashion design, marketing, actual marketing, not this scam that you guys are doing that's mine will be crypto or an MLM, but like actual marketing in the digital world, in the social media space, email marketing, and all of that. That is what I want to learn. That is what I want to do. And go here in the Flirty Talk palette for my under eye. Another goal that I feel like I'm very close to is getting monetized on YouTube. If you're watching this video now, at the time of this recording, I am not monetized on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you like my content, if you feel like it's relatable to other people in your life, if you feel like it's helpful in any way, shape, or form, then please share it to people that you feel like could benefit from this type of work, because I am so close to getting my first 1,000 subscribers. I'm literally so excited about that, and I'm excited to take you guys along with me in that journey towards creation. So yay, that is definitely a goal that I am striving for, and I'm working on that goal by creating content like this for you all. So yeah, that is where we are. I want to get my own website and email marketing list and just dive into email marketing more, because Etsy's cool and all, but it is overran by AI, and not even just AI, and a lot of people who just go to places like Design Bundles and Creative Marketplace and they just download whatever's popular and throw it on a shirt and call it a day. Like, there's a lot of shops on Etsy that aren't even run by actual artists and creatives, and there's a lot of drop shippers. So it's hard to find people who actually craft and make things, and it's such a shame. And if that's not bad enough, all of the Etsy gurus on YouTube are telling you guys that in order to be successful and in order to make a profit on Etsy, that you need to use AI art. You need to go to Design Bundles and Creative Market and all these other sites and download all the stuff based on what's trending, based on what's popular, and you need to upload 100 listings a day, 1,000 listings a day. And these are all the trending keywords that you need to pack into your titles, descriptions, and tags. And these are all the sites that you need to post on to get it noticed. And you need to have like 3 to 5 different shops doing this all at the same time and pay for the ads and stuff. So not only is it a problem, but it's ongoing because people who are experts, self-proclaimed experts, are telling you guys to do it, so the problem is just getting worse. Nobody ever in these videos tells you guys that the first step to being an artist is to do art. Nobody is telling you to draw your own shit. No one is telling you to come up with your own creative concepts and interests based on what's trending. They just tell you to copy, and that is a fucking problem. It gets on my nerves, and it makes it even worse because a lot of times when people buy things on Etsy, they don't say the name of the shop. They just say, "Oh, I bought this from Etsy." And then you go on Etsy and you don't even see the artist on a place that was created for artists in the first place. So I feel like it's essential for me to get my own website for my own personal branding, especially because I want to do wholesale opportunities. I want to do art licensing in the future. I want to, get into designing more things. So yeah, I need my own website, and I noticed that a lot of times when the girlies post their shop launch videos and they sell out, like, I won't say all of them, but definitely most of them have it set up in their email marketing plan. So I need to get me one of them so that I can have those sold out videos. Like, make a video of me just surrounded by hundreds of packages to ship to you guys. That would literally be so exciting, and I would love it. So that's why I'm like, I need my own website, because this that's going on is just not it for me, to be honest. It's really just, it's not it for me. I'm not interested in, whatever's going on with that. I want to dive more into my stationery design bag. I want to, I've already created notepads and sticky notes and stickers, and I've used print-on-demand sites to add things like magnets and t-shirts and notebooks and stuff. But I also want to design planner pages, planner pads, calendar sheets, keychains, and more. I just want to dive more into, my stationery bag and just using the art that I currently have to be more multifaceted and multi-interest. And I want to create things that are more appealing to art licensing and wholesale clients, because I do want to branch out from just Etsy into actual markets. I want to see my things in local stores, such as coffee shops, bookshops, any type of little souvenir shops, any type of little small businessy shop that sells things from local artists in the area. I want to sell my things there, and you know, I just want to dive more into the stationery and branch out from just doing stickers. I want to create other social media accounts because I don't like Meta, and I've never had any experiences where somebody went to my Instagram, saw my work, and then went to Etsy and bought something. Like, they'll see my work on Instagram and be like, oh, I know her from TikTok, or I know her from YouTube. But Instagram isn't really the place for me, where people are specifically invested in my work. And, you know, because of the whole TikTok ban and everything, you know, tied in with that, I definitely am interested in expanding my social media to other platforms and using the content that I've created on TikTok and posting it on other platforms, not just for my art business, but also for my UGC. Most of my UGC clients reach out to me because of TikTok. Nobody's checking for my Instagram. So I just want to expand my social media to do more things like that, because I can't have my livelihood depend on just one main platform. Like, that's gonna get on my nerves, and I don't want that. I want to design more sticker sheets. I'm noticing this trend to where people are moving away from wanting to buy individual stickers, especially because you have to pay the postage for it on Etsy, because they have a rule about, you know, if somebody pays $10 or more for something, that you have to include tracking, and it's a whole thing that I've tried to mitigate and it hasn't worked out for me. So I unfortunately have to charge you guys for tracking, and it sucks. I know, I'm sorry. But I'm noticing that because of that, people are more interested in buying sticker sheets than they are in buying individual die cut stickers, and they're more interested in buying sets. So I want to design more sticker sheets and more sticker sets, more sticker bundles, but also like themed bundles. Like, I want to make like a vampire Valentine's Day bundle, so where you can get stickers and magnets, post-it notes, notepads, planner pads, calendar pages, notebooks, all in one, based on like one theme. So it's a few hours later, my phone actually overheated and the battery died. I had to wait for it to charge, but luckily I made a list on my iPad, so we're gonna keep on topic. Now, I rewatched the last bit of the footage I recorded, and I was talking about sticker sheets and how people are moving away from just buying individual stickers and are moving on towards sticker sheets. And they're also wanting those same designs and the die cut stickers to be available as magnets and stationery overall as a whole. So that's a goal of mine. Washi tape. I still have the washi tape that I bought years ago at Michael's during like their Halloween sale, back when the seasons were seasoning out and you can get Halloween stuff for like 80-90% off the first week of November and not have it just be Christmas stuff. So I still have most of that bundle, because washi tape in their store is only like $2-3 a bundle, and it'll come like 4 or 5 in the pack. It wouldn't be just individual. But since it was like 80-90% off, I legitimately got so much for literally pennies, and I was still able to use the coupons. So even though I'm an avid, you know, washi tape user with planning and stuff, I cannot put my eyeliner on and talk. I'm gonna finish this midway and cut back, so if you have a jump and my eyeliner's done, that's why. But I want to get into making washi tape. How I use washi tape is I use it to decorate my planners. I need to be able to decorate my planners. So I want to be able to design washi tape the same way that I'm able to design fabric and like patterns and stuff that can be used for like tea towels. I don't see like washcloths, but I've seen like tea towels, the tablecloths, backdrops, tapestries, curtains, shower curtains, rugs, mats, like anything that you could put like a surface pattern design on. I already have some of my designs like that available on Spoonflower and Redbubble, so I just want to be able to expand into washi tape, since currently at the moment I don't see any print on demand options for washi tape. So I would just have to take the plunge and invest in having it manufactured. But I think it's worth the investment because the girlies are definitely into like bullet journaling and planners, and people are kind of moving away from the chunky planners into like bullet journaling, like making things simple. So you need stickers and markers and stationery to make it into like a whole activity. So that is what I would like to do more of. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do is like a personal project. I'm not sure if I'm gonna release it to like the public, but I would really like to sit down and go through all of my planners over the last couple of years and write down the things that I liked and the things that I didn't like and the things that I want to add, and just design my ideal perfect planner. There's been so many planners I've had over the years, and I've thought, if only I can take the traits from this planner and this planner and add a little bit of this and a little bit of this and combine it, I would have the perfect planner that matches up with all of my needs as an artist, a content creator, as a brand ambassador, as just an overall like creative person. Like if I can just take all the traits that I liked from all the planners that I liked and ditch all the things that I don't really need and just specifically cater it to me and my needs, that would be perfect. That would be ideal. And then I would make it undated so that I can continue printing it and using it indefinitely instead of constantly having to look for a new planner every single year, because that is annoying. Another goal that I have for this year is, now that my hair is officially long enough, I would want to experiment with braiding my hair and trying out different styles that are completely unhinged to make up for the lost time that comes from me being bald. Like, not only am I wanting to try out new hairstyles that I didn't get to try before I lost my hair, but I'm constantly thinking of new creative things that I've just never seen before, and I want to experiment. Now that my hair is long enough, I can braid, I can twist, and I can do yarn braids and experiment with that and try out different styles of yarn braids, different colors, different color combinations. I can design new hair accessories and just go from there. Like, I'm really just looking forward to exploring the possibilities that comes with my hair as it is the length that it is now and as it continues to grow. Now, whether or not my hair is strong enough to handle getting braided, like doing it myself, because I'm not going to a salon for reasons, but I'm really curious to see how it's gonna look on me at this stage in my life, because I haven't had hair in years, let alone braids. So I'm curious to see how those ideas are gonna look once I'm able to bring them to life. I really want to get back into selling my work in person. So I used to sell my work in person back when I used to do like jewelry, accessories, and clothing. I never sold clothing in person, but I did sell jewelry and I did sell jewelry and like accessories in person, and I did pretty well with that in my local area. People really love my chokers and people really love my hair accessories. If I can find pictures of like my old Etsy or like be able to log into my old account, then I will put the pictures here and here, or maybe I have some of those pictures available in my Pinterest account that I can add. I would just like to go back to selling in person. I sold at events like the Handmade Market in Hyde Park, Pancakes and Booze, some other little handmade events here and there, but there's new markets on the scene that weren't available back then when I was selling my jewelry and stuff, that I really want to tap into, selling my art and selling my stationery. And there are just so many possibilities, and there's conventions and things that I can get into. I would really want to explore those possibilities this year. Now, I don't see myself getting into conventions because that's something that you gotta plan ahead at least a year or two, because it'll be like waiting lists and everything. But I do want to sell at least at one market this year, at least one. I don't have high hopes to do it like almost every month or almost every weekend like I used to, but at least every month. Next on my list is doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Expand my social media and batch create content more often. Look at me, batch creating content, so I'm staying on task. I want to outsource more of my work. I know that up front it's gonna be more expensive cost to manufacture things like stickers and magnets and bookmarks as opposed to printing and cutting things at home. But I am so annoyed by all the technical difficulties that comes with me doing things at home. If it's not one thing, it's another. Like, it's the printer, it's the paper, it's the ink, it's the silhouette not cutting things, it's cutting things wrong, it's cutting things off, it's using the wrong cut lines for the wrong file, it's printing weird. If I print the same image from the silhouette software directly with the cut lines, it prints out faded. There's lines. Like, I am annoyed. I am bothered. Get somebody else to do it, okay? Get somebody else to do it. So until I can afford to properly manufacture everything the way that I want, I will be using print-on-demand options. As much print-on-demand options as I could possibly do, I will be doing. So if you notice on my Etsy shop, there are some listings that look like it was shot at home with scrapbook paper and props and stuff in the background, and there's some that are just plain white, or there's just like mock-ups. Those are the print-on-demand options. So I want to outsource. I'm releasing control. I'm giving it over to the professionals. And the time that I spend on all those technical difficulties can be spent doing more artwork. And I can make more money from doing that. So that's just what I'm going to be doing. I want to do more surface design on Spoonflower and Redbubble, but I also want to figure out how to expand from just those two sites and also sell my work on other sites that are kind of similar vibes. And also want to try and figure out how to do art licensing. I watched a few videos about it, but like most of them tell you what art licensing is and how it's benefited their lives, but they don't fully explain how you can sell your work to art licensing people, who buys it, how much do they buy it for, what the contracts be looking like, or anything. So I still have a lot to learn in terms of diving into art licensing more and just learning more about it, because it's like people have vague concepts of how to make it work, but not really. So I just need to dive in and figure that whole thing out. I need to sell my serger and buy a new one. The serger that I have now is a sewing machine overlock. It is the Brother 1040D. That's the most popular serger on the market. I bought this a few years ago and I didn't read the description properly, and when I got it, it had all these issues. I joined a few Facebook groups to help fix some of those issues, but it still has other issues. And when I went back to the list and trying to figure out what's going on, it says 4 parts. So because it said 4 parts and I didn't fully understand what that meant, basically when you buy an electronic and it says 4 parts, basically it means that whoever's selling it to you acknowledges that that thing doesn't work but maybe there's somebody out there that likes to tinker with electronics and challenge themselves to fix things. I'm not one of those people. I need a brand new working machine. So I want to put it back out there in the market. If you're in the market for a serger for parts and you like tinkering, comment below. We can, get in contact. But yeah, no. I need to replace it. It needs to be brand new. Not used, not refurbished. No, brand new. From the manufacturer. I will pay the extra bit for that because the headache that's come from trying to figure out this whole machine has been annoying, and I haven't been able to use it in years. I need to buy more sewing feet. So of course I have the sewing foot that came with the machine, but I want to get one for buttons, one for zippers, one for invisible zippers, that kind where it kind of, you can feed the fabric in and hem it so I don't have to iron things that are just such a huge time saver. Like, I just want to buy a giant kit of all of the different type of interchangeable feet that I would need for different type of stitches that I want to do. So that's, a creative goal of mine. I want to practice and learn new sewing techniques so that I can take my skills from beginner, medium, to like professional, because I have so many ideas that I want to do and I'm not able to do it because I don't have the skills. So I just kind of been avoiding it. It's kind of like if you're an artist and you're learning how to draw, but you suck at drawing hands. So you find creative ways to draw your characters without hands so that you can avoid drawing them. Like, that's the process that, that's the best analogy I can think of in terms of, where I am in my sewing skills and where I want to go and how I've been approaching things. I just avoid projects that require skills that I don't have, and that's not a real way to grow. So I just want to expand my knowledge and grow and practice from there. I would like to add mini prints using like postcards. Now, I do have a few prints in my shop available in the print on demand option, but I would like to have physical prints that I can mail to people and send you guys little stickers and goodies and such to kind of go with it, because I just want my packages to feel like an experience. I don't have control over the packaging process when you guys order with the print on demand options. However the manufacturer sends you their stuff is however they send you your stuff. So if you order a t-shirt and it's with you, the print on demand people, you just get your t-shirt, your order slip, and that's it. But if you order from my shop and it's something that I have in store, then you get extra goodies, a mini print as a thank you note, you get stickers, like you get all these extra little goodies that you wouldn't get. So I just want to be able to incorporate more of that at home, and also I think it'll come in handy for when I'm selling in person. I need to promote and post more on my Patreon so that it can grow, because the initial reason why I created my Patreon is so that I can have a source of income when I had cancer, because I had to quit my job and I wasn't able to support myself. And even though cancer is a disability according to the ADA and I was eligible for Social Security benefits and everything, I wasn't getting it. That's a very hard process to go through. I had to go through a law office to help me get the benefits, and it was kind of delayed, and I didn't get it until after I was in remission. But I created the Patreon to kind of supplement my income, and I made a little bit of money doing that, and it was helpful. But I want to repurpose my Patreon for how other people use it in terms of a way to support myself as an artist and be able to offer stickers, prints, and like other little freebies. And like I still do like surveys, and like my patrons get first dibs on like a lot of my YouTube videos, and my patrons get to vote on different collections. They get to vote on different colors, different combos, and things. I just want to promote my Patreon more and also post on it more and just make it like a regular scheduled thing and like take it more seriously. Last but not least, I need to get better at marketing my business and fine tuning my deliveries towards my specific target markets and develop a better understanding of what that is. Because I don't know, like anytime I've taken any classes on marketing and business planning and everything, when they have the conversation about target marketing, the math doesn't math to me, because in my experience, I will make something and I will think this particular group of people are going to love this, and then I put it out and a completely different group of people will support it. Like when I first made my like pink haunted house designs, I thought that the girls were going to eat it up, like the pastel girls, the spooky girls, the pastel goth girls. Like I thought that those are the people that would love it. But what actually happened is it got really popular amongst like the gays, the non-binaries, the trans, the lesbians, and like it was teenagers. It was 20 something, 30 something, 40 something, 50 something. Like who I specifically created that design in mind for did not go for it. But these people that are completely different, that I had no idea would be interested in my work, were my biggest supporters. So anytime I've taken a class or read anything about target market and everything, the math just doesn't map to me in my experience, and I just want to get a better understanding of what that means and how I can fine tune that information for my best interest. Because the math doesn't map. Like I make one thing for one group of people and crickets, and other completely different people that fall in different target markets are the ones gravitating towards the thing that I made for a completely different audience, and I don't get that. So those are my goals for 2025. I'm gonna save finishing the rest of my makeup for a different video where I talk to you guys about my favorite tools and doing my line art, because it's hard for me to focus, and I feel like these videos are really long, and it'll just be easier if I just make it into a series and you can just watch one after the other and everything, because I am on the road to getting 1,000 subscribers, and I feel like the best way to do so is by creating a series. So we started off with our 2024 accomplishments. This is our 2025 accomplishments, and I'm gonna make some other videos about my lashes and line art and like my favorite tools and stuff. So we're gonna go from there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.